Hello, Leo. This is going to be a weekly horoscope. A scope of. Look, okay. Can I speak? Can I speak? I don't know if I can speak. Weekly horoscope for the week ahead, Leo. For the week ahead. For the week ahead, Leo. Jesus Christ. I apologize. How's your week been? I'm in your energy. I'm wondering, are you making me all frazzled and weird and discombobulated? What's going on? I feel like my back hurts all of a sudden. Leo, take care of your physical vessel, please. It's only meant to last a certain amount of time, and the better care that you give it, the more and the longer it'll last, the more it'll do for you, you know? So, look at this. Loving it. Grabbing some cards for Leo. And I apologize for my discombobulation. Ooh, it's been one, I guess. This is going to be for the collective of Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising. Please take it as it resonates and leave the rest for others. I do thank you for joining in. I'm in the collective here, but I am aligned with love and light of God, and I'm here of service of the greatest and highest good of all of the Leos here and the cross-watchers. Thanks for checking in on your Leo. I'm grabbing some cards to catch a vibe. Is this the card? It is the card. Okay. Wow. This is pretty interesting. So, Leo, the energy this week, you've got the Three of Events commitment. Okay. So, this is, I feel like, Leo, you're reading, I just want to kind of let you know that you're doing great, okay? And, you know, we have our ups and downs in life. And I feel like this commitment is something that you are really beginning to take seriously. And it's a commitment toward yourself. Now, that I'm with the collective, so there are varying levels of commitment, degrees of commitment, and expressions of that. So maybe Leo is signing new papers on a house. Maybe Leo is signing new papers for a job. You know, maybe Leo is making a commitment to another person or to a cause or to themselves to become the healthiest version of themselves. I feel like that may be the case for many Leos here, is that this commitment is just a reminder of who you promise yourself to be, right? And who you want to be, and to continue to embody that kind of energy. All right. So this week, Leo, this commitment, I feel, he's even signing a contract, you know? So I feel that you're really on top of it this week as far as what you're supposed to be doing, especially because you said you were going to. Okay, so that's fantastic. And sometimes that's hard. I want to say, like, sometimes we drag our feet in the mud, you know, and I want to remind you that sometimes it's easier to get started than to stay going, you know? So I feel like maybe Leo has taken off some things with initiative, and it really had momentum. These could be personal, solo, or group kind of projects, you know, and then now they may have fizzled out a little, you know, and I feel how it's just a reminder to keep going on all these little projects or the systems that you've set in motion for yourself, because you're attempting to pave the way for success, right? So hello, Michelle, welcome in on the live video. And hi, Miss Gina, a subscriber to my page. Thank you so much for being here, guys. This is the Leo video for the week ahead, and we're just speaking about the three of events commitment as the energy card that came up for Leo. Now, the 3 is the number of, like, the catalyst for big changes in our lives, and that's like the reasons why. Okay, so I'm just reminding you of the reasons why you've committed yourself to X, Y, and Z this week, and coming from that place of integrity and fortitude is what Spirit is calling Leo this week. Okay, that's going to be where your power's at, where you're going to seize the momentum, where you're going to be able to make progress, because sometimes we want to drag our feet, you know, and sometimes we don't want to have to wake up early and do the thing and whatever else. But if we remember that this is paying us back in the long run, or in the ways that we've committed for the sacrifice, that it's much easier to follow through with, right? So Leo, I have also 2 cards that fell for you: envy and discipline. Whoa. Envy. I'm the same as everybody, but with different challenges. Yeah, so sometimes our excuses could be reasons that we don't want to follow through with the commitments that we've intended. And even if we may see others who do, then we sometimes go, oh, but I have, issues, and I have this thing that could hold me back, and I have this or that, whatever, right? But recognizing that you setting yourself up to do the thing anyway and pushing through your personal struggles to achieve that goal is exactly what your soul intended when you set the mission up, okay? Is to see others who maybe have it easier, but you don't recognize how it goes behind the scenes for them as well, okay? But to push yourself that extra length past not only this, but then to that, I feel how that makes Leo feel really good about who Leo is, all right? And how strong and capable and smart and wise and resourceful you are. I feel like lighting a candle in a bright room during daytime means nothing, but lighting a candle at night can illuminate so much, and it matters, right? I feel like Leo, there's something here for you as far as where you're placing your focus, and that envy that you see in your outer environment. When you see things that other people have, just intuit that they have worked towards that for a certain amount of time, effort, energy. Okay. And if you decided to do such a thing, you could have something like that in your life with discipline. Discipline. I can accomplish what I set my mind to. I love this for you. Discipline is the card. Now, this is about you removing anything that doesn't line up with the commitments that you've made with yourself, right? For your future. This is about you being disciplined even in the moment when it's tough and when everyone else, even the person who's already meeting your goals, right, gets to go have the thing and splurge and do the whatever, right? I feel how being the one who makes the tough decision for the right reason because you're going to receive the benefit. You know what I mean? And you've got to love yourself enough to do that for you, Leo. That's what I feel this week. Sometimes it's hard. Sometimes we feel like we want to lose momentum, fizzle out. Now, we all have challenging energies, and so I got a challenging card just in case. So take it as it resonates. The card is number 21, Bride in a Cage. And, I feel like this is the ways that you're going to hold things away from yourself because you want to reach that goal. Like how like a bride will be like, oh my God, I've got to lose 5 pounds or 10 pounds before, the big day. So they like won't eat nothing. They like fast and everything else. That's what I feel here is that you're putting the bride in the cage. You know what? I can't do that anymore because it doesn't line up with the future that I have, that I see for myself. In fact, it makes me feel yucky today or whatever this could be. Okay. Whatever that bride in the cage is for you. It's like, keeping something in the back of your mind that's the driving force of keeping you going, because eventually the bride won't be in the cage anymore. And you get to have all of that, right? That's what I feel for Leo. I also feel that this bride in the cage for some Leos, so please take it as it resonates, might feel a little bit like, I've committed to a partner. I've got to be honest. I've committed to a partner and I'm not exactly happy. Okay. And this, I feel caged as the bride, I feel like I'm, not free to say or express, or I'm feeling controlled. Now, I do want to, this is going to go on YouTube afterwards, so please take it as it resonates, friends. The bride in the cage who has made the commitment to be in the situation that she is in may feel like disciplined in her efforts, but envious of other marriages or other commitments or other relationships that look in a way that she would desire for hers to look. Okay, so and let this expand. Where are we looking? Where are we not as free in our lives, especially with people with whom we should feel free to have that kind of open communication? That's where I'm really cluing in on here, is that a closed mouth doesn't get fed. And if this is anything important in your life, then speaking up and out is what exactly needs to happen so that you can A, either find that resolution and be happy, everybody, or B, find out that this is not going to work ultimately and nobody's going to be happy, and then you can feel much better about walking away because you've tried everything. Okay, so that's what I feel there. Take it as it resonates for Leo. Now, your final guidance here from Spirit is the 8 of Clubs, which somebody else also got too. That's pretty cool. The energies are hitting us all today, I swear, right now. So the 8 of Clubs is about movement. All right, making things happen in your life, okay? This could be arrows of love. I do see that here, but if it's true love, you can't scare it away with a true conversation, okay? With really opening up and expressing, because if that's the case, then we'll know because of the kinds of clash that could potentially happen. So don't be afraid of any clash, all right? That's going to show you what could stand to be cleaned up or maybe rerouted in your life, okay? I really feel like communication is key. Leo, also, the Eight of Clubs always speaks to me about unification and collaboration, because 8 might be a lot of personalities, a lot of opinions, a lot of voices. I come back to the commitments that you've made to other people potentially, okay, or to yourself to live better. Now this 8, what are you manifesting, as well as others who are contributing their energy? So like getting everyone on board and involved with the same projects and the same intention, moving in the same direction, you're going to see results, okay? Whereas if we're not all moving in the same directions, you're going to experience sparks and clashing. All right, so that's what I have for Leo this week. Harness that power, be the leader if you need to. Remember why you did it, and walk in a place of light and love and truth. That's what I have for you. Open expression, Leo. I wish you the best, and Aries will be next. I will see you guys on that video.